Why are you trying to beat me up?
The PlayStation outside, we're going to be doing a lot of outside activities.
Ma'am?
We're going to be outside. In the park outside.
Oh, inside? Okay. I ain't never been there before, so I don't know.
She was already all the way
You trying to beat me up? You trying to beat me up? Huh?
Let me know you want your water. Oh, you like that?
It actually fogged up again. It done fogged up again. It done fogged up again. It done fogged up again.
Yeah, cause I ain't letting y'all down.
Yeah, I will do.
Right now you staying with me.
Appreciate it. Okay, good. Oh yeah, this is all party. They was expecting it. They wasn't expecting it. But some people just over. This is all planned way all paid and police for Treat steaks and stir. Man, you got some ears on it.
Is it real?
It's fine.
That chimney going up, that's the roof right there. It has those big doors up here. There's only two, so if you need to go, there might be a line to go back there. And it's a little brick path into the building. And as everyone comes back, we'll get started with tour. Yeah, you look around, these are old live oaks. Now the oldest buildings here actually is a little cabin lake. I see you can't see it right here, the lady right there. It's called gone now. It's just a little log cabin they built. They started clearing the land here. And back then that was very good. This all was cleared on the banks of the river by Moody Crest and her children. First old house back there is well over 200 years old. It's called Young House. Those are the ones that Marie Therese had, her lifetime, those buildings were built. She was alive. She died about 1816. This house.
Don't need none of that,
I think the roof is
Come on. Keep going.
Baby, they got the tree. They got the tree.
It's called a live oak. The only reason they call them that though is fall.
Stop. Oh. But as you step up over here, before we begin the tour, as they first started to clear this land, it was first settled and cleared by Marie Therese Clophus. And Marie Therese was born a slave in 1742 in Natchitoches, and for many years, she was a slave for 45 years, but the last 20 of those years, a French planter, his name was Pierre Matoire, took her as a mistress, apparently fell in love with her. He was the father, we know today, of at least 10 of her 14 children. In the late 1780s, he would start to give them all their freedom. He would free Marie Therese when he purchased her. He had leased her prior to that because it was illegal to father a child by a slave young. So to get around that, he just leased her for all those years. And then when he did purchase her, he then freed her right about the same time. And then he would also begin to free all of his children, his sons and daughters, that he and Marie Therese would have. Now, as Marie Therese and her son Louis would get their freedom, and Joseph Matoire, the youngest infant son, they would also get a piece of land about 10 miles north of us, about 20 acres where they would live. And as they would clear what was then called Yucca Plantation, they lived it down here upriver. See, this was a land grant given to Marie Therese by the government with the help of the Frenchman. She received it. About 800 acres of land here on Red River, and you couldn't really see the land if you was to drive up in a boat or something like that. It was like a jungle. They say the sun never did shine here. So they cut out a little piece of land right on the bank of the river, and in the far corner, way back there, see that little log cabin you see? It's called Ghana House. That cabin we know is older than 1780. It may date back as far as the 1770s. That was probably the first cabin built on this piece of land here. As they cleared it, they would come down, and when the temperature was temperate and all, they would come down, clear land, work their fields. And that little cabin right there was probably built by the Frenchmen or with his help too. It has a basic French Alpine look on the roof, basic French architecture with that cypress timbers, that bousillage chinking in there that you would normally see. But as they would clear the land and start to clear off more and more acreage here, they'd move it away from the river, back over here a little bit. And in 1795, they met the stipulations of clearing enough land to keep it. And so Marie Therese and her son built their first house called Yucca, and they finished it in 1796. And it's built just a very simple French Creole way. They built 4 rooms. They had the length of the house on the front and back with galleries all the way across, big wide galleries. You stayed 1 room deep, and those big doors you see on the front there line up with doors on the back the same, and that way you could open those doors and windows and the breezes would blow right through the house. Those big galleries would keep it shaded and cool. So that's how you started out, but you framed the house and built it of just 2 things. All the wood is cypress, all the timber's hand-hewn, and if you go out there and look later, and when you're through the tour, you're welcome to walk all around here. Those buildings, there's no nails anywhere. Every one of those timbers would be notched in big pegs, hold them in place. And so most people that would look at it later would think that it was built to remind them of an African homeland they would never see. So they thought it looked like those straw factories in the Congo. And so most architects, historians throughout the years would begin to call it the African house we call it today. Although some people call it the mushroom house, others other things over the years. But simply built to remind them of the African homeland, that we think that's just legend. Really, you're not building a monument on the place. Marie Therese never saw Africa anyway. She was born here in Nashville. So if you look at the building, the fire, you get it up. Now, step inside the house here. As you were walking in, you may have noticed over here there's a date of 1833 when Louis Moutoir built the house, the Creole son of Marie Therese and the Frenchman Pierre Moutoir after her death. If you look, see here in the bottom where we're standing was open. You didn't have any walls. That was Red River over there, and plus to keep away from the insects and get a little more of the breeze, they built their houses raised. They called them raised Creole cottages. And so the bottom was open here, no walls, and the columns out front and back that support your upper floor. If you look out the windows and have a chance there, you'll see the corners are kind of rubbed off here and there. They're chipped and broken. That's when you pulled wagons under here. So you pull a wagon right under here, unload your cotton bales, store supplies under here, shelter teams of animals. And Lewis's rooms are where these huge cypress timbers are. Look how big those big beams are there. They were cut out from cypress. And their day, see, French Creole architecture, so like other Moutoir homes, if you look at the sketches, these no longer stand today. They were across the river. They had that central chimney right in the middle of their house. They'd attach every fireplace to it as they would build on. And so originally down here you probably had bricked-in fireplace where that chimney had to rest on something that drove it into the ground. So you had brick fireplaces. You went up top. You had 2 rooms up there. And each one of those rooms would have what they did normally. They put burlap in the bottom of that mold, pound that clay down there on it. When you heat it, so you'd leave that powder. So when you wore them old flat leather shoes back in, see that grip, that old burlap powder. So that's what they used for that. If you look real close, you'll see it. See? Yeah. But back then, I guess it stood up more pronounced then. But after 150 years almost, it's been worn pretty good. But you can still see in places where the tables are. But see, back then they had a reason for everything. They had a way around everything. Just like today, very practical people. Look at the murder scheme. Follow you into these. They've had so much rain. And reached about 13, 14 years old. once they were finished their meals in the evening, and at night they retired to the garsonniere, which was their bedroom or their house, basically. This was the only door leading to the gallery. That way you could just come and go as you want, not disturb the family with their activities. So what you were basically doing was kicking the boys out the house and say, "Mary, move away." They had their meals with the family, retired to their garsonniere. You didn't care what they did. They could just come and go. But over the years, Miss Cammie Henry, for instance, she had 6 boys, and so that's one reason why you need a big family. So you just kick all those boys out. Because they would put 3 if you had to in each one of these. But after they move away, then you could connect the garsonniere to the house with the hallway and use the ground and
Thank you for that. Is that?
you raised the cattle. So you worked hard. You grew corn, cotton all summer long, and then late fall, early winter, you picked up these around 2,000-pound people. So you were still in here. You worked hard. So Miss Cammie Henry, though, having a comic or
David, leaking water. Don't feed David. Leave him alone.
You got what you think?
I know you can tell you, but if I was tonight, with my rope,
Excuse me.
They won't look just as well, but take us a look. I'd like to hear Steve for a If you come out and get a run start that railing and trip, they might not catch you and go right on.
Yeah, I know. Put it high.
The railing is high.
I wouldn't leave on it too much.
Bad headache now.
Now, if everyone gets outside here, when they first built the house, when the McGuires first built it in the 1830s, to keep anything cool around here, which is awfully hard in the summertime, you had to go down under the ground. The water table's real high. So that's their root cell, that little white building right over there. It goes way farther under the ground than it is even above the ground. So when you dug down deep like that and put those clay blocks of bricks in there, that absorbed the moisture out the ground, the water table high. And in summertime, you kept wine in the bottom, roots and vegetables, layered with straw. Just keep everything a little cooler down there. But over the years, I don't know if the Henrys or someone before them made a greenhouse out of it. You can see all those windows and the extra doors and skylights. That would have not been there. It would have been solid blocks up there. And the only open...
Stop. There you go.
Kevin, give me your bag.
Okay. I went for Jackson, but my hands full.
She's Mama Lucy's.
Oh, okay, you pretty enough.
Okay, was that the girls' room?
You got a picture right there.
Yes, they choose.
Picture.
Here's the girls' room. Now going against traffic.
Go ahead. That's some high beds, boy. Two?
Yeah, 2 steps, 3 really. We step in the bed. Oh yeah.
I got to put it on right now. Mix up and shit, you show it together. You shit all around. I remember good, I can see my mom sit up and I come back in 1932 and I can't they were
I tell I want.
It looks like an attic or something.
This is where everything was made, right?
Yeah, that was both done. That's what they call it nature.
I don't have it anymore. Dallas. Dallas. She's out of the band.
I'm coming to the house too. What house? Come on. Come on now. Yeah, ready to play.
Break some coffee with
Are we out of town?
Okay, you made it. All right. Dave, take your hat off. Eugene, take your hat off, boy. Take your hat off. You in church, boy.
Barry, come here.
What you doing?
Oh, very good.
Dave, you still in the church premises.
And that's reading on the left-hand side if you want to read up on the history of it. That picture on the right is Maria Teresa Cornford's son. And he built this church.
This guy here?
And that's reading on the left. That'll tell you about the church.
Which one of her sons?
Right here. A picture of him right there.
Yes, I said, which one? I don't know.
Right here.
You made the
Well, I don't mend my lawn and I'm going out for the other people to have some place.
Very menu.
so hot here. California? Where the places are cold?
Oh, this is the Camry.
David, I don't want to see you running. I don't want to see you running.
Yeah, she said it's good. Oh, you get a
This one. They have a